I always find the phrase, you don't have to do X to be a gender right annoying because it feels like they're disproving or unaccepting of you doing gender affirming things. As a trans woman, I enjoy doing things that society perceives as feminine or like as for girls, but I don't think that I'm a woman just because I do certain things that are considered for women. But a lot of transphobic people weaponize that. And they're like, you're just a man who wants to get their nails done. And that's totally fine. You can be a man and paint your nails. You'll always be a man. You're just a feminine man. And it's like, no, you're invalidating my gender identity based on my gender expression, right? And it's not progressive to be like, oh, it's okay to be a man who wears a dress when you talk about a trans woman. Oh, you don't have to conform to like gender roles and gender expectations. You can just be a man and do all of these things. Like, this is just transphobia because you're invalidating someone's core part of their identity, of who they are. And you're not making them more comfortable by saying just because you want to wear a skirt doesn't make you a woman. And it's like, yeah, that's never what I was saying. Like, I'm not using certain things that I enjoy doing as like a justification for me being that gender. It is just, this is who I am, and I feel validated when I get gendered correctly, when I get called ma'am, when I get called with she, her pronouns, when I am being seen as a woman, no matter what I do. Like, of course, it is easier for me to get gendered correctly when I do wear makeup and I do my hair and I do grow my hair out and I do wear more feminine clothing and so on. Like, I get gendered more correctly if I do these things, if I fulfill these norms. But I also just enjoy doing these things regardless, right? And I'm not using it as a justification for me to be that gender. When I was growing up, I made kind of like a checklist in my mind of the things that I need to fulfill or change in order to ever be seen as a woman. And a lot of the things on this list are things that cis women struggle with too, and are basically just like a narrow box of, full of like beauty expectations and gender norms and so on for women. And I got really depressed of the thought of having to do extreme makeup for people to like look at me and be like, that must be a woman. But the first time I got gendered correctly, I literally just had like a face cream on and like some mascara, and I was wearing like a jacket, a more feminine jacket, and that gave me so much euphoria because there was like the moment where it was like finally like HRT and so on is just starting to pay off, and I can be more comfortable expressing myself a certain way. Because the reason why I didn't want to wear a skirt when I was younger, because I was just looking like a boy who wears a skirt, and I don't like that. That makes me uncomfortable. I'm struggling with that. And this is something that these fake progressives or like transphobes are like weaponizing. They're like, oh, you're just uncomfortable being a boy and doing feminine things because like society shames you for being a boy who wears a skirt. And it's like, no, actually, I would be way more popular if I was just a femboy. Not gonna lie. If I literally was just a femboy, then I wouldn't be unhappy with me being male. I know that. And I also don't want to be seen as a man or a woman. However, I don't need to be told that you don't need to paint your nails to be non-binary when I just want to paint my nails. It's a needless reminder. Yeah, exactly. It's like, I want to do that because I enjoy doing that. Imagine going to like a trans woman who just enjoys cooking, and it's like, in order to be valid as a woman, you don't actually need to cook. Yeah, but like, I do this because I enjoy it. I'm not forced to do it. Are you like projecting your own insecurities onto me, and you like don't enjoy doing certain things, but you feel forced to by your environment? So you are basically just like projecting it and trying to like talk me out of doing the things that I enjoy doing, because that is the way that it feels like. By the way, just FYI, this goes in the other direction as well. that there are like some weird progressives in the trans community who are like, well, if you're a femboy and you want to do estrogen, it's okay to be a girl. You can be, you know, like I talked about that previously before. Like it goes the other way as well. Everybody